Greetings everyone, I am Dr. Wolf, and today I wanted to talk about a few more upcoming episodes of My Little Pony. Given that this is the final season, I'm really hoping that they're bringing their A game here. Just be aware there are some potential spoilers for those who wish to avoid them. With that out of the way, let's begin.
Episode 10, Going to Seed. Applejack's plans for an orderly harvest go awry when Apple Bloom becomes obsessed with catching a magical creature she thinks can help them.
So what looks to be a circumstance of Apple Bloom looking for the quick fix. We have certainly seen that before. I mean, Call of the Cutie comes to mind. Back in season 2, was it? Apple Bloom really does love to find shortcuts in order to make things work to her benefit. But I'm hoping that that's not entirely the case. Finding a new magical creature that could potentially help with a harvest, and yeah, that might be interesting to see. But we all know that Applejack is a firm believer in hard work and persistence to get what you want, and I'm hoping that there's going to be a little more to a lesson than Apple Bloom trying to get the quick fix and learning no, hard work is the best way to do things anyways. Having a little more patience, because we have certainly seen that before. But who knows? Maybe the writers might throw us a bit of a curveball with this one. We'll see.
Episode 11, Student Council. Starlight Glimmer relishes her role as school counselor and encourages the students to come to her any time about anything. But she becomes overwhelmed and learns a lesson.
Now, Starlight Glimmer as a counselor, she hasn't had that much opportunity to be a counselor, especially for any of the students. I mean, we've rarely seen anything like that. But given that this year she's supposed to be leading the entirety of the school, becoming the headmaster, this may be the last opportunity for her to actually be a counselor. And yes, I can kind of sympathize with what she might be going through here. How you help one person and suddenly more and more and more people expect you to be able to help them too. I don't know if that's entirely what the writers are going for. It certainly seems like that given the synopsis, but I am hoping for a lesson that I don't think we actually have seen in this series just yet. We'll see.
Episode 12, The Last Crusade. Unexpected visitors to Ponyville threaten to break up the Cutie Mark Crusaders forever.
Now, when I first read this premise about how the Cutie Mark Crusaders may not be the Cutie Mark Crusaders anymore, I was thinking, I wonder if they might be getting a return of Diamond Tiara in some fashion. I mean, she might be the greatest help the CMC have ever done for anyone, especially since that's how they got their Cutie Marks. But the line, unexpected visitors, that gives me more pause. Who might be showing up completely out of the blue that would tear apart the CMC? And then I thought, you know, we have never seen Scootaloo's family in the entirety of the series. And that makes me think, wait a second. If Scootaloo's family suddenly comes into the picture and they say, hey, we need to move to such and such place in Equestria, and it's unlikely that you'll be able to see Scootaloo again for quite some time, that could work. That could really, really work. Given that this is the final season of the show, this might be the best opportunity to do such a story. That part of life is moving on. That even though the friends that you've loved and cherished for so long may not be a part of your life forever. That would be a very mature step for the series to take, and I would love to see the writers tackle that kind of lesson. But I'm not certain that that's the case just yet. I mean, would the writers really be willing to take such a giant leap in having a character that's been there since the beginning go away? I don't know. I'd love to see that, but I don't know if the writers have that much motivation to make that happen, even if it is the final season. I'm still gonna hope for it though.
Episode 13, Between Dark and Dawn. Luna and Celestia take a sister vacation while Twilight and her friends struggle to cover the princess's many royal duties.
Luna and Celestia out of the picture, Twilight and the rest of the main six must take on their royal duties. Now, this is not the first time we've seen just a snippet of this premise. I mean, back during the season 4 premiere, when pretty much everyone in Canterlot was panicking because the Royal Sisters had disappeared, Twilight actually did take charge for a brief moment and show to others, yeah, she can handle that kind of responsibility, even in the middle of a panic. I mean, she didn't have all the answers, but at least she was able to show, I am a worthy leader and people are willing to follow. Or ponies are willing to follow, I should say. Having an entire episode surrounded on just that little snippet of a premise, I'm hoping that it's more than just talking to ponies and making rulings on decisions, especially regarding politics and economics and such. What I really want to see is that if Luna is on vacation, who is taking over the dreamscape? Would any of the main 6 be given that kind of power to get into other ponies' dreams and watch over and counsel them? And oh wow, oh the possibilities. I mean, can you imagine a character like, say, Pinkie Pie, with the very best of intentions on her part, causing untold chaos and horror with the kind of things that she'd think are absolutely fantastic? Oh wow. I can already imagine just the possibilities of that. That is easily the most interesting part of this premise. But I'm not sure if they're actually going to tackle that. I'd love to see it, but even if the writers don't actually tackle it that way, I hope that somebody's willing to write a fanfic about that. I really hope so, because that sounds hilarious. But anyways, seeing more of Twilight take on those roles as the Royal Sisters, and yeah, I can see more panic on her part as she's twilighting, so to speak. But how the rest of the main 6 handle it? That's much more open to interpretation. At any rate though, there are some interesting ideas here. There are some potential stories that I don't think we have seen in the series before that present some very nice lessons I don't think we've seen before. But that's if the writers take full advantage of the opportunities they have before them. This is the final season, and I'd really want to see the characters take those giant steps towards maturity, getting out of their comfort zones, even having characters go off and may never see them again kind of thing. Those are really important life lessons. And I honestly hope that the writers and the animators and everyone at DHX are willing to take that risk. But then, what do you think? Given all these story premises thus far, surrounding the CMC, the main 6 taking on the Royal Sisters' duties, Applejack and Applebloom might have their own sister episode together for the last time, and finally Starlight taking on the role of a counselor and having it be too much for her all at once. Which of those sound the most interesting to you? And what are you hoping to see happen? I mean, given what you've heard thus far. Let me know. Because as always, I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.